mount secured. I have my side mirror. It's properly mounted secured to the door. It's not cracked or broken. My door latch is properly mounted and secured, which allows me to open my door. My door does not sag. My weather stripping around the door and the frame is properly mounted secured. It's not dry rotted. It does not leak. My window goes up and my window goes down. My door locks and unlocks. The hinges are properly mounted secured to the door frame. There's no cracks or illegal welds. And my door closes freely. I have my side steps, which is free of any debris, oil, and grease. I'm going to make sure that my fuel tank is not leaking. My fuel tank has 2 rubber straps with 2 metal straps over the top, properly mounted secured. My fuel cap is properly mounted secured. It has a rubber seal that allows for proper ventilation. It's not dry rotted or missing, and I have a safety chain on my fuel cap. Come back here. My side steps leading up to my catwalk, which is properly mounted secured to the frame. My frame has no cracks or illegal welds. Underneath my catwalk, this area too has to be free of any debris, oil, and grease. And underneath my catwalk, sir, is my drive shaft, which has nothing wrapped around. It's not cracked, welded. I have U-joints, both of which are well greased. My exhaust system is down below. It's properly mounted and secured, and a sign of leaking would be an excessive amount of soot around my clamps. Now I'm going to leave it right there. Okay? So now I'm going to come back there. I have a torque arm, which is properly mounted secured. The torque arm's purpose is to keep your axle straight. Okay? So you have one for this axle, one for that axle.
It goes this way,
and then
right?
you have these come across this way. On the trailer, they run along that way. Okay? On this here, these are brackets. So I'm going to check all my brackets, make sure no bolts are missing. There's no cracks, no illegal welds. My control arm, and I have my U-bolt saddle and axle anchor plate, all properly mounted secured. I'm going to make sure that I have no shiny metal on my saddles, because that could indicate my U-bolts are loose. And then I have my upper and lower air bellow, and there's no cracks or welds. My air bellow itself is not dry rotted, it's not leaking. And my shock absorbers are all properly mounted secured with nuts, bolts, and rubber bushings, and none of them are leaking. Okay. That would be your suspension. I have dual tires, so I'm going to check in between my dual tires to make sure there's no obstructions. I'm going to make sure my spacing is correct. I have 5 inches tread to tread, 3 inches from rim to rim, and 0 face to face. My air pressure is 100 to 110 psi, or per manufacturer specs. I'm going to check my tires to make sure there's no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. No tread separation, no uneven wear and tear on my tires. So I'm going to check on the outside, the insides, make sure everything looks proper. Again, I have a tight bead around my tire and rim. My rims are aluminum Hub Pilot rims. I have 10 lug nuts, all present. None are stripped or missing. They cannot be missing. Sign of looseness is a white powdery residue on aluminum and rust on steel. My valve stems are straight with metal caps. My hub seal, properly mounted secured. It's not leaking. 1 inch of 90 weight oil.
And no less than 230 seconds.
And my tires, cannot have less. These can be retreads, and they can have no less than 230 seconds, 1 inch of tread depth. Coming back here, I have my mud flat, DOT tape, reflective tape running across the mud flap, 6 inches from the tire, and it cannot touch the ground. Back here I have red reflective lenses, which are my running lights, my turn signals, my brake lights, and my 4-way flashers. And my clear lens are my reverse lights, properly mounted secured, not cracked, broken, and visible up to 500 feet. And that's your B. That's pretty much everything.